The stocks are soaring as companies lose money. Here's why that's not as crazy as it sounds. Hey gang, this is Mike with MrNoFluFF.com, and for months and almost 2 years I'm bringing to you that nothing makes sense. For example, I brought to you guys just a couple of months ago that a couple of home builders, their stocks are going up the roof. They're making massive profits, but for every dollar they spend, they have to get indebted 4.7%. So in reality, on their balance sheets, the company is losing money. It has to go negative. It has to borrow money. It has to borrow almost $5 just to make $1. And I said it was insane. That's crazy. And, I'm ringing the bell. People are calling me a lunatic, crazy, but I don't understand it. I'm glad the Wall Street, the Market Watch has came out with this report. And they're saying here that the stocks are soaring even though the companies are losing money. It doesn't matter what company you're looking at. A lot of companies out there, I specialize in real estate. I specialize in entrepreneurship. So I look around and I see that home builders are losing money building homes, but there's still people are buying their stocks like left and right, 401s and pensions and so on. I see businesses going under, local businesses, places that I go to, but I see stocks going up and up. And what's real crazy is that there's not enough people asking the same question. Like everyone's dumbed down because they went to the same universities and the same propaganda and same schools. You know, the other day I came to you guys after Iran bombed U.S. Uh, what is it called? The air base. And I came out and I publicly, made myself vulnerable and said, man, tomorrow the stock market is going to crash. And it didn't crash, right? And I looked like a fool. And in my hearts of hearts, I knew that it should have crashed because anytime there's tension like that, gas prices are going to go up, the stock's going to crash, there's going to be panic in the market. But not in America. I mean, our stock went up and up, and I felt depressed and I felt shamed. I felt embarrassed because I told you guys it's going to be right and at this specific time, and that specific time didn't happen, right? And I was embarrassed about that, because in my hearts of hearts, I knew that's going to happen. And it should have happened if we didn't have a rigged game. And so after 2 or 3 days of feeling depressed and moaning, no one wants to be wrong. No one wants to be publicly wrong, right? And after I thought about that, I thought that, dude, the markets are rigged, dude. That's why it didn't crash, right? If you look at in this chart of the stock market, you can see clearly in 2019, right before Christmas or New Year's Eve, I can't remember exactly which day it was, but you can see we crashed, right? But they corrected the crash immediately. Another thing you can notice is the humps. If you go back through, the charts and put it in all time, where you can see all the years. You can see that back in the days when we had crashes, there'll be a great valley, and then it'll go up, and then there'll be another valley and then another crash. But now the crashes, there's no valleys. They fall real quick and they artificially are manipulated and they go up real quick. Like, for example, the 2019 Christmas day, or I think Christmas Eve, when the market crashed significantly. And you can look at the charts and you can see, like, holy moly, it went down. But there is no more valleys because there are players on out here, like, I don't want to name some names, big people that have the power and the guns and the elite bankers, right? They don't want the market to crash because the whole Shazami is going to go under. The Ponzi scheme of printing money, diluting every person's life energy through savings and hard work, inflation, the cost of good getting higher and higher. So we can see that. And I thought to myself that, man, it's not my fault because any person that was not crazy, not propagandized, know that war will cause things to go up expensive, will cause panic, but not in our stock market. It went up. Iran bombed America, one of the only countries that has ever done that. and the stock market, instead of going sideways or down, it shot up. And I thought to myself, man, how can this be? For, like I said, guys, for 2 or 3 days, I thought about this, I pondered about it, because in my heart of hearts, I knew because of this action, gas should go up, cost of fuel should go up, stock market should come down, gold should go up. But it seems like, the banks have already been caught manipulating the gold market. Multiple banks, they've been caught handed lending out money to people that don't qualify. They've been kind of had so many different manipulation. You know, who's to say the stock market is not a manipulation? Who's to say there's not a Ghostbuster team that every time it sinks, they just, print out money and go buy that stuff up? I mean, we can already see that the elites and the big corporations that are close to the printing press get the monies for almost for free, and these corporations come back and buy their own stocks and boost their own stocks. That's why we are seeing where companies' balance sheets don't make sense. They're negative. They're losing money, but their stocks are going up the roof. Bonuses are being paid. CEOs getting millions. But one day, right? And my problem was I try to predict what day was, and I'm not a prophet, but I can look at the patient and know that this patient is sick, and they don't look good, and they got dripply eyes, or they can't breathe correctly, and I can see that our economy is in major shambles. We don't produce anything. We just print a lot of money and extract the resources of other countries like Latin America, Middle East, by fake money. We get their natural resources. It's a great plan that we have, the petrodollar. It's a great scheme. But on the other hand, it also slaves every person in America through consumption, to materialism, and more importantly, to debt and servitude, and not be able to think for yourself. So I was shamed and I was wrong that the market didn't go down, because I try to precise it to a day. And I'm not God. I don't have any magistical skills. But as a self-thinker, as someone that realizes that, hey, if you cut off one leg, there's a possibility, and if you put weight on that side, the possibility the table can flip over. And using deduction reasoning, I know that there's a crash coming. I've been ringing the bell since 2017. That's why I thought it's going to pop 2016. But there's bigger powers that are not allowing the scoreboard to be legitimate. You know what I mean? And so now I don't feel bad, because I did feel bad to try to predict that day, because I thought in my hearts of hearts, the day Iran bombed the, the air base in Iraq, that, man, the market's going to tank, and it's going to be a trickle down. But who knows? Any day can happen very, very soon, or they could play it around and stretch it up even longer. From now on, I'm not going to make prediction on what day things are going to happen, because no one wants to feel embarrassed and humiliated. And, but what I can always do is look at the symptoms, look at the patient, and know that it's going to happen very, very soon. Or, we can put it on life support and continue living a little bit more, but, know that end of the day, death is coming, in a sense of, economic recession, depression, because debt from corporations, from state, from federal, from the worker class, and the way we are sanctioning and, going to wars and, bombing everyone. There are the elites making money, merchants of debts are making money, the people that are making the bombs making money, the bankers make a lot of money, but, with all the fees, the banking fees, credit card fees, all the stuff they hit people up with, this cannot be sustained, not only in our economic, but also in the world, because there's not enough natural resources to continue doing this. Guys, if you got any value, click the like button. Let me know your thoughts. Have you guys checked out Bitcoin? Is coming up, guys, and I know in my heart of hearts that gold's going to skyrocket in 2016. I told you guys that gold was the play. Well, guess what? I was right on the gold. I can't be right on everything, but I was right on the gold. It was 1,100 an ounce, and today is over 1,500 an ounce, actually 1,550, and I think it's going to go up. How much high? I don't know. There are a lot of people that are gold bugs. They'd say 5,000 an ounce, 10,000 an ounce, 50,000 an ounce. I'm not God. I can't predict anything in that sense. But using common logic, I know that gold's going to go up wherever it goes. I'm going to be happy with it. I'm happy already with the investment as it is. I've made investments in Bitcoin, and I've been, riding it, and I think it's going to go up as well. We're seeing the move happen on Bitcoin, so I'm excited to be in this journey of a new revolution of, monetary system where we eliminate the banks with the Bitcoin blockchain and decentralized situations, right? And I'm looking forward to um, prosperity for you, your family, and for us, and freedom. Peace.